Welcome to Smart and all. Yeah. So, good morning, everyone, and happy Veterans Day. And welcome to the Mindfulness Tree Meditation Community. And we have someone new today. Teresa came, and we welcome you. And so good to see everyone. So, what we're going to do is we're going to begin our opening meditation on the theme, How Not to Lose Heart, which is the title of our chapter. So, we'll begin by inviting the bell. Listen. Sound of the bell calls us to our true home. So as we begin today with this theme of how not to lose heart, I'm going to actually share with you part of an article written by Sylvia Borstein, who's a mindfulness teacher. She has a PhD in psychology. She's a counselor. She's a teacher associated with Spirit Rock Meditation Center in Marin County, California. But she wrote an article for the Lion's Roar in January 2021 about COVID. And it is very apropos for today. So I invite you to take a comfortable seat and to arrive and settle. Welcoming ourselves to our true home. Just notice what is present for you in your body, in your mind. And allow yourself to settle into the breath. Inhaling and exhaling. By breathing, we balance out central nervous system. And so whatever has been on your mind, whether it's the political scene, personal issues, family, friends, the breath helps us to simply be present with whatever is here. There are times when things are so difficult that it's easy to lose heart and to lose hope. But our breath reminds us that there's a constancy to just being present and experiencing it. In some ways, the breath is like our own portable first aid kit for dealing with the ups and downs of life. And while everything else is impermanent, we can count on the inhale and the exhale. Now I invite you to think back to when we were fully into the COVID-19 pandemic. And allow yourself to remember the thoughts that you had, the worries. But rest in the breath and realize those are simply thoughts. And at some point in time, we didn't have to wear masks again. We could travel. We could see our neighbors. But in some ways, the times that we're in are a little bit like COVID. And so Sylvia Boorstein writes, things in the world look so bad these days, and it's hard not to feel like you're losing heart, losing hope. Faced with all the suffering, injustice, and bad news, you may find that your mind is falling into periods of what Buddha called unwholesome states. Despair, fear, anger, torpor, envy, depression, yearning. And so, if that's happening to you, you should give yourself a little slack. This is, truth be told, an unusual practice instruction, especially if you're familiar with the Buddha's instructions for cultivating zeal. He said, practice as if your hair is on fire, but these are unusual times. We've been practicing steady high alertness since mid-March 2020, when the coronavirus quarantines began. Although the steady alertness coupled with delighted curiosity and expansive goodwill is the perfect platform for a rising of wisdom, the high alertness most of us have been practicing lately has happened in the context of alarm. In normal times, the Buddha's advice on wise effort, a component of the Eightfold Path of Practice, is this. When unwholesome states arise in the mind, eliminate them. When wholesome states, generosity, kindness, passion, peace, arise in the mind, cultivate. Under normal circumstances, I love teaching this. It's the active ingredient of my favorite mantra. May I be free of enmity and danger. When I notice that my attention is settled on a negative thought or feeling, that is on the way to blossoming into an unwholesome state, I tell myself, do something else. Plan dinner. Write. To take my own advice requires clarity. See what's happening. Determination not to stay stuck, and energy to eliminate negative states and cultivate positive ones. In times like this, though, when the mind and body are fatigued, clarity, determination, and energy are in short supply. And so I'm going to suggest a helpful practice for when we have a beleaguered mind, as many of us do right now. Tell yourself, preferably out loud, what is happening. Whether it's the political scene, the world scene, issues with family, friends, yourself. I am fraught. I am frightened. I am angry. I am so disappointed that my plans are all messed up. But then I'm also humiliated and I'm preoccupied with my plans when other people have real problems. Settle into the feeling of what you just said. Try not to explain your feelings or justify them. Just name the emotion and feel it. For example, this is it. I'm mad. And relax, returning to the breath for however long you need. And you realize that the intensity of the emotion has passed. Feel the relief of its passing. Perhaps you haven't resolved the situation that produced the painful emotion, but you moved through it, at least for the moment. As this happens, you've augmented your trust in the Buddha's axiomatic teaching that everything that arises passes away. And so the next time a powerful negative emotion arises in your mind, you'll be more prepared to remember that the storm is here now. I'm not afraid of it. I can move forward through the middle of it. It will pass. And in that moment that the emotion passes, we can hold on to hope. We can hold on to generosity and kindness and peace. We don't lose heart. As we did at the beginning of this practice, just notice what is present for you right at this moment in your body and in your mind. Simply allow it to be. perhaps a mantra such as don't lose heart, don't lose hope, and help through some of the more difficult times in the day. And these next few minutes of our meditation together, breathe into your heart, allowing it to expand. Don't lose heart, don't lose hope. Sylvia Borstein goes on to write, my son-in-law, Johan, is an ultra marathoner and regularly runs 50 and 100 miles races. There are times, he says, when I need to go slower and take a drink of water or unwrap a power bar or just catch my breath. But I always keep moving forward. Stopping altogether is disorienting to the muscles. I think it's the same with the mind. In normal times, we meet and deal with challenges regularly, managing them gracefully. In pandemic times, or in difficult political times and world times, we are on high alert. And it turns everyday challenges into startling, complex, and potentially life-threatening events. So give yourself some slack. Slow down. Take care of your health. Take care of your breath. Remember that everything passes away. And don't lose heart. Thank you for meditation, for practice. And now we're going to move to walking meditation. And what we do, Teresa, is we go to the sanctuary or the social hall and simply walk for, how long would you say? We walk about 15 steps or so.
Yeah.
Stop, turn around, and come back. And so the purpose of walking meditation is to walk. And so we sort of align ourselves in that room so that we're not crossing paths with people, and just find your own path. So you can see it as others take their place. How to do that. But what I'd suggest today is maybe thinking about metta. May I be safe? May I be happy? May I be healthy? May I live with ease? As maybe something to be thinking about in mind, or simply the don't lose heart, don't lose hope with each step. So just be with that as we move into the next part of our practice. And Cindy usually stays here to watch people's belongings. Thank you, Cindy. And surrender.